A future Tanis battle that roars. Stay-at-home wife versus physicist. So I just completed something that made me feel invincible. I updated my software on my phone. Well, on my phone, I went through the process of updating the software on my iPhone XS, which I'm filming this with. And it was 6.9 gigabytes. And from the initial, pressing of go to the completing of the update was 1 hour and 40 minutes. And it's all snazzy. I downloaded the Regal app to get me ready for with my unlimited pass on my phone. I'm all ready for going to the cinema and figuring out what that means at like the ticket booth and in concessions and stuff. And so I got that figured out. But it was like, it took a while, an hour and 40 minutes total. I was like, and my battery went from, let me see my notes. I took notes for this one. It went from approximately 96% charged to 62% charged. It took a chunk of time, storage space, and battery charge. I was like, oof. Okay. So something following that is, here I, Tanis Coralee of Seattle, ruminate about a future battle for myself that could reach a roaring state. Stay-at-home wife versus physicist. As of when I filmed this video on Monday, 10 November 2025, I had over 6.00 consecutive years of work experience as a full-time stay-at-home daughter, and prior to that, I had attained over 4.00 consecutive years of graduate school education in geophysics before quitting with no degree in October 2019. It's an interesting one in the sense of, does it reach a roaring state? So I think for this one to actually hit a full-fledged roaring state, that would be me being a stay-at-home wife, and then, like, let's say with my husband being my Elvis Presley, or my Jeremy Allen White, or my Bruce Springsteen, who I apologize for confusing, because my Bruce Springsteen chose his Eternal Youth look as the guy from I'm on Fire. For the YouTube video, I've been watching the live version performance of that song. So all three of those guys are so good looking and it sounds so good. They make me insecure / embarrassed how much better I feel they are than me. And so I was like, so for them, a stay-at-home wife is a fitting for each of them. I think there's a little bit of, with each of them as well as myself, we do like science and we do like physics. So there's a little bit of, would physics kind of naturally be a part of being a stay-at-home wife, whereas being employed as a physicist full-time is not in harmony with being an employed full-time stay-at-home wife. So there's certainly a, like, in terms of if I wanted to do both, stay-at-home wife, for me, guessing that my work experience is relevant, right? And education experience is relevant, that it comes to a cumulative total of over 10.00 years across both. And so for me, I've worked on cardiology and physiology as a stay-at-home daughter, and so I know from experience I can not only work on something but make huge leaps and bounds in terms of scientific breakthrough for my own, personal anatomy and physiology, if nothing else, and cardiology, right? So it's like geology at home lab. I've talked about that before, but is that physics? I guess I've gained confidence there. In terms of being like in graduate school for physics or stay-at-home wife, I think for this to reach a truly roaring state, I would have to be with my man/men, and not just any man/men, but my appropriate man/men. So for this one, I would put that as like my Elvis Presley, my Jeremy Allen White, and my Bruce Springsteen. Not that other of my guys aren't interested, just like, let's say with my Jared Leto, it'd be like Tanis Studio and Physicist is the pairing, as opposed to like stay-at-home wife and physicist is the pairing for those three individuals I named. My Elvis Presley, my Jeremy Allen White, and my Bruce Springsteen. Yeah. But the uploading is a little bit different for YouTube with my software update. So this is partially in like can I do this with a little bit longer of a video? So here we go. A future Tanis battle that roars. Stay-at-home wife versus physicist.